Chapter 36. Have mercy upon us, O Lord God of all, and behold us, and send thy fear upon all the nations that seek and after thee. Lift up thy hand against the strange nations, and let them see thy power. As they once signified us before them, among them before us, and let them know thee, as we have known thee, that there is no God but thou, O God. Shoot new signs, and make other strange wonders. Glorify thy hand and thy right arm, that they may set forth thy wondrous works. Raise up indignation and pour out wrath. Take away the adversary and destroy the enemy. Make their time short. Remember the covenant, and let them declare thy wonderful works. Let him that escapeth be consumed by the rays of the fire, and let them perish to oppress the people. Smite and son the hands of the rulers of the heathen that say, there is none other but we. Gather all the tribes of Jacob together, and inhabit them, as from the beginning. O Lord, have mercy upon the people that's called by thy name, and upon Israel, whom thou hast named thy firstborn. O be merciful to Jerusalem, thy holy city, the place of thy rest. Fill thou with unspeakable oracles, and thy people with thy glory. Give testimonies to those that are possessed from the beginning, and raise up prophets that have been in thy name. Reward them that wait for thee, and let thy prophets be found faithful. O Lord, hear the prayer of thy servants, according to the blessing of Aaron over thy people, that all they wish dwell upon the earth may know that thou art the Lord, the eternal God. In Yahweh's name we pray. Hallelujah! Hallelujah!
Today's class: America's schools, television, and false history have destroyed the minds of the children of God.
Hey, shalom, shalom. Give it all praise to the Most High, the Son, Yahweh Shai.
Shalom.
Shalom, shalom. We have what I call a false hope in life. You know, we dealing with how the school became your parent. You know, most people will trust their teachers before they trust their parents. Why? Because they feel like the teachers is teaching them something righteous, but the teacher is not teaching them anything. Just like if I ask any student about the First Amendment, they wouldn't know. If I asked them about the Second Amendment or the Third Amendment, they wouldn't know. And you understand this is also predicated even in the colleges. You're not there to learn to be self-sufficient. You're there to be trained how to be a factory worker.
That's right.
That's right. That's all it is. It's just an illusion that we have bought into. Hey, give me that video right quick about that extra video about, yeah. See, because now your college degree is going to be garbage soon. A lot of people are spending a lot of money to go to college and not knowing what you're getting a degree in arts for, where you're going to work at. You know, understand these things. The Lord is trying to get us back into our way of life.
That's right.
Not the system. I don't care. Get a trade. Learn a trade. Become a plumber. Become an electrician. People are always going to need work on their houses. That's right. AC tech. These things we should be learning, not trying to thrive in this line system. But play this video.
We do not own any of the rights to this video. This is for educational purposes only.
So which college degrees have the highest and lowest unemployment rates after graduation? The majors with the highest unemployment rates are art history, liberal arts, and fine arts, with their unemployment rates hovering around 8% each. And that's not the worst part of it, because if you look at the other side of the chart here, you'll see that they have pretty high underemployment rates too, which means that people are completely capable of doing more advanced level jobs than the jobs that they're getting hired for. But the fourth place degree with some of the highest unemployment surprised me, and it's aerospace engineering. At first, I always thought that any sort of engineer coming out of college would have really good employment outcomes, but when it comes to aerospace engineering, there's really only a handful of companies that these people can actually go work at. And depending on what's going on in the industry at the time.
See, a lot of y'all ain't in tune, man. I be placing this stuff on Facebook. You know, maybe because you got a beam of log in your eye, man. I'm showing you that right now these companies are laying off in droves. Right. Ain't nobody safe. You know, they shutting down Six Flags in Maryland at the end of this year. Ain't nothing safe no more, man. And let me tell you something. They don't bring in them Pakistanis, them Iranians over here. Them the one got all the at-home call center jobs. See, we playing a game with we playing a game with ourselves because we don't bought into the lie. Keep playing the video.
It may be harder for them to actually get hired. And number 8, physics surprised me too. And I guess if you go and major in physics, I don't really know what it is that you will do with that degree beyond being a physics professor, because I don't know how physicists really become successful, because it's not like you hear about a new theory of relativity every day. Nevertheless, if you do go... Wow.
Yeah, I was going to throw a commercial in there. But hey, listen at these things. Your college degree is going to be worthless soon. It's just going to be another expensive paper. Just like your high school diploma, it's garbage too.
That's right.
But nobody want to believe me, and that's why I say telling them that people be celebrating their child graduating. What you celebrating? Them being uneducated, dummy down. This homeschool your children. Teach them the basics in life. Teach them about life. These children are not learning these things. They're going to school to smoke weed, get high, do drugs, have sex. They're not teaching these children. And you shouldn't have all these children gathered in one place. Go ahead and play it.
Every day. Nevertheless, if you do go to college, make sure you pick your degree wisely.
I don't get how there are people out there that say, like, nobody wants to work, yet there are people like me who graduated almost 2 years ago and have submitted over 1,500 job applications. And I don't have a job.
Ain't he supposed to be an Edomite? You mean he can't find a job? I've seen people with degrees on standing in their mama garage on the wall.
Yes, sir.
I didn't know what this was coming to. But go ahead and play him.
Job. I've been doing like side work and social media and stuff to pay the bills, but if it wasn't for that, I'd be homeless. I'd probably be homeless, completely broke. But 1,500 job applications, and I've gotten maybe 20 or so interviews, I guess. I've been to the second round a whopping 5 times. 5 times in 1,500 job applications. We're 1,200. I don't even know. I stopped counting after 1,000. But in 2025, I'm boggled that anyone is getting a job in this market. People are still saying that nobody wants to work. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a master's degree, and I can't even get a job. College is a complete scam. Do not go. Save yourself the money.
That's it. And you know what gets me is an idiot. He's not gonna believe what a person. Just like I go get the information from the peoples over there in Africa. They never was taught about slave ships. But a Negro in America can tell you everything about the good ship Jesus.
Right.
This is what bothers me. Nobody do no research. And give me this first letter. Shrink it down just a little bit. That's good right there. Right there. Hey. So you gonna go buy this $200,000 home. How much you gonna pay for it when you finish paying for it? This is the game the system runs on us. It teaches us nothing. If you're gonna get that house, you should be putting down $145,000 on it. At least you'll pay about $90 for it, $120 for it. You know. And what is interest? It's usury.
Yes, sir.
That's facts.
And if the builder builds the house, why you got to go to the bank? So you can get robbed? Raped? Go ahead and read the letter.
Buying a $200,000 home, you will pay $720,000 for the home.
So your house worth $200,000. You got equity in it now, huh? You done built up some wealth in there, huh? If you paying $2,000 on your first monthly rent on your mortgage, you only paid $100 to your house. The rest of it go to the banks, the bankers.
Yes, sir.
We're not learning nothing, man. All we learning is to be fools. Go ahead and read it.
Principal amount. The base amount of the loan is $200,000. Purchase price of the home. Also closing costs, insurance, property taxes, and other fees that will add to the total cost.
So a lot of people out here talking, I'm going to do this, but they don't understand. They just talking. They ain't really researching. But go ahead and keep reading.
Interest. You will pay interest on the loan, which will increase the total cost of the home over time in a 30 years loan at $2,000 a month. You will have paid $520,000 in the interest alone. Most of the interest within the first 25 years of the loan.
You paying this to the bankers. You ain't even really paying on your home, man, until probably the last 7 years.
Yes, sir.
All that money, so your first 15 years, you ain't paid nothing on your home.
That's right.
But we got a lot of educated people, but they ain't teaching us nothing. That's why I say the schools, the television, they teach you nothing. They teach you how to be a merchant. See, we the merchandise. We the ones consuming everything. But keep reading.
Loan terms. A loan term of 30 years at $2,000 a month with 12 months equals $24,000 a year.
So how much you make a year? You and your boo, y'all make what, 60,000, 70,000?
Thanks, bro.
One of you lose your job, you down to what, 30,000? This is devastating on people. So many people are losing their homes now. You got the same thing that goes with paying off a car note. It's the same rip-off system. But you can't tell these fools nothing, man. They know it all. Why would you put yourself in a financial dire system when you can lose your job anytime?
Bring it out.
Oh, you don't feel like you can get sick, huh? You don't feel like you can trip and fall, huh? You the number one stunner, huh? All you doing is fooling yourself. But keep reading.
That will total out to be over 30 years to $720,000. When paid off, $520,000 in interest alone. Total interest paid over the life of the loan.
What are you doing? But read.
Remember, you never own the property.
You never even own the land that it sits on.
It's yours.
Read.
You just rent the home.
You rent a home. That's all you doing. Read.
After paying off the home, you will still have property taxes, and if you don't pay these fees, they can take the house from you.
They'll come and repo your house.
That's right.
Why are you thinking so many of the peoples that parents leave their children homes? But keep reading.
They will never teach you this in school. Remember, you can't pass down to an unlearned person in the way the system takes advantage of the people.
So you got a lot of these people that parents left from homes, crackheads, and they never pay property taxes.
That's right.
Then they come and see somebody setting stuff out there on the curb.
Yeah.
But this is why the Lord say, come to school, learn. Learn. Because you're not going to learn nothing in a system that's predicated off of you being a slave.
That's right.
Give me 2 Corinthians 4:1. You're not going to learn nothing here. Nobody going to teach you nothing. And you can't do it by yourself.
Thanks.
That's why they created to where, do the television teach you how to have a positive marriage? The school, the churches, any of these entities teach you how to live righteously? No, nothing. This whole place here, it's got to go. And this is why you have to be at war, man. You can't be someone compassionate, sit back, don't care. You have to have this in your head, man. Ain't you tired of seeing people being oppressed? No, you're not, because you don't do nothing. That's why. You're not tired of seeing it. You know, long as you got a banana in your house, it's okay. When it get to your house, it's just like all these people that work for the government, paid agents, man. These are the people that's oppressing. These are the taskmasters.
That's right.
See, we thought taskmaster was somebody out there cracking a whip, man. This is one of the most hardest systems to live in.
That's right.
That's right.
Read this,
2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 1. Therefore, seeing we have this ministry,
read.
as we have received mercy, we faint not.
We faint not. We don't give up our faith, man, because you might be going through something. You don't have a problem here.
Yep.
See, you're not understanding. You living in a system that predicates itself on destroying you.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
This is why you see the system in the hood. We're going to find about these police officers. They was slave patrol. They was never, that's what they narrative they fed you.
Bring it out.
We'll eat a lie and run with it and spit it at somebody else's ear.
That's right.
And like, why are you so loud, man? Because I'm sick of this place. And I'm sick of these people. And when they drop dead, man, I don't shed a tear. Because guess what? We in here, we trying to fight, and you got people that don't want to fight for your freedom.
That's right.
You'd rather see people just enslaved, man. Penitentiary running over people, man, and killing the peoples in the penitentiary, beating them to death with these agents that work up in there, man. Because guess what? A lot of people don't know their rights, so they can't stand up for themselves.
That's right.
They don't know case laws. They don't know none of these things, man. All they know how to do is be a good slave. Jump over to verse 5 and 1.
2 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 1. For we know that if our earthly house of this tabernacle were dissolved.
Do you understand the dwelling place for your soul of this tabernacle, y'all present amongst his peoples, be dissolved? Death and resurrection and separation from this worldly place, man. This earthly place, separated from this system, man.
That's right.
We got our own land. We should be setting up our own things, utilizing the seeds that the Messiah provides us, man.
Right.
We don't want to do that. We don't want to take advantage of that, man, because that's our blessing. When you read about Job, what did he have?
That's right.
What did Job have? Did he have a Bugatti?
Teach.
Did he have house notes? What did Job have? He had cattle, man. That's wealth. It ain't about just having a sugar shack. How many people own that house before you got it? How many times the system has robbed somebody? Nobody cares.
That's right.
Read.
We have a building of God.
We have a building, a communion of believers, man. We're supposed to be believers and taking what the Messiah is giving us and building on it. We don't know history. How you going to teach? You got to know this history to attack. This is what they use, because you can teach out the Bible, but if you can't match it up with history, what good is it? You're going to match it up with what they narrative they taught us. Cedric Bogier, they don't even know when he was born or when he died, but they know just the name. They don't know anything out here. And it's sad that you got a lot of these people, man, running around here acting like they have knowledge. They don't have knowledge, man. They have corrupt information.
Right.
But read.
And the house not made with hands.
With man corruption. This is the house that's why we can't build, man. Because men want to do it their way. We got to do it the Messiah way.
That's right.
Read.
Eternal in the heavens.
Eternal, man. Prepared by the Messiah, man. These things were prepared by the Messiah for us to be raised up in wisdom and knowledge, knowing how to function and understand how to live in this crooked society. Because I'm going to tell you something, man. This place here is to get into it's to take you out your spirit. That's all it's set up for. It want to take you out your spirit every day. Don't you see this? You're going somewhere, you're dealing with a demon.
Bring it out.
Dealing with a demon, man, somebody that ain't got a pot to piss in, but they'll try to treat you like dirt. And let me tell you something, and it be the peoples that look just like you.
That's right.
Speak on it.
So, you know, these Israelites got me messed up. You sold out. Yeah, I sold out, man. I didn't want to be like you roaches, man. I didn't want to continue with that madness and sickness that y'all doing. Read.
For in this we groan.
Indeed, we grown, man. burdens in this life, man. We're having these issues, man. We got bills, we got problems, man. And let me tell you something, that's why he said he the God of peace. That's what you're supposed to have in your house, peace, man. And if you ain't got peace, you need to be doing something about it.
Bring it out.
You can't survive and you ain't got peace in your house and you got to go outside your house. That means you're going to get into it with somebody because your mind ain't working right.
That's right. Teach.
Yes, sir.
You ain't built right for it, man. This is why you see so many people out here killing each other. Robbing each other. Who they robbing? They ain't going to the White House.
Yeah.
They ain't, and they be telling me about this. We got this. They don't love each other. What is around here? Black on black crime?
All day. Every day.
Black on black hatred? Where's black on black love?
Bring it out.
Read.
Earnestly desiring to be clothed upon with our house which is from heaven.
We these things here, man. Earnestly, man, desire to be clothed, free from sin, free from hatred, free from corruption, man. With our houses, man, which is from heaven, man. Present with Yah, man. We just want to live in peace.
That's right.
But you can't. When you go to the store, you got to be watching how the registers, how they ring up. See, I teach these things. You go in the store and you just sitting around looking around that register eating you up.
That's right.
Because the food that's working there don't know nothing. They don't know nothing. Nobody taught them nothing. And then if the store rip you off, the store get a pass. But if you rip the store off, they want to press charges on you, don't they?
Then again.
That part. That part.
What kind of system we work in, live in, man? Where the police can go out and kill somebody and get away with it. Where? Qualified immunity? For what? The judges? That's why I tell you, man, ain't nobody on our side but the Messiah. 2 Corinthians, man, 4 and 2.
2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 2.
Bring it.
But have renounced the hidden things of dishonesty.
You know, you got to start living an honest life. You got to stop lying. You got to stop deceiving yourself and others. We're supposed to be living honestly, man. Rejecting deceit and dishonestly, man. We have to stop being like that. We have to start being real with each other. A lot of people go home and they put that other garment on. The garment of sin.
Bring it out.
The garment of hatred. The garment of deceit. The garment of philosophy.
Teach.
They don't have the garment of peace on, man. The garment of truth. The garment of love thy neighbor as thyself.
That's right.
They got on, some people got 2 or 3 garments. Read.
Not walking in craftiness,
Not walking in craftiness, man. Read.
nor handling the word of God deceitfully.
They don't handle this word deceitfully. Some people, they don't know. Because guess what? They just regurgitate what they elders say.
That's right.
And they elder just got off the short bus. It's personal with me, man. It's personal with me when I'm seeing people being destroyed. It's personal. You know? These guys want to be elevated and they horn tooted. Let me tell you something. I'm going to go out there and get dirty tomorrow. It ain't about all that, man. It's about coming in and doing the work of the Lord, man, being a vessel, a servant for the peoples.
Right.
Read,
But by manifestation of the truth,
But by manifestation of the truth, read.
commending ourselves to every man's conscience.
We have to be presenting ourselves to others as Christ-like, walking as Christ-like, being as Christ-like
That's right, bring
to
it out.
all nations, to all peoples.
That's right.
What I'm seeing is just a destroyed minds, destroyed peoples. Read.
In the sight of God.
In the sight of God, whatever we do, read up.
But if our gospel be hid,
If this gospel, the truth in Yah, read,
it is hid to them that are lost.
that are separated from the Messiah, spiritually, mentally, because they have not the truth, the knowledge. We all want to be somebody that get our horn tooted. I don't care about no horn. Let me tell you something. When you understand how much this takes of your life, you have to be dedicated to it.
That's right.
That's right.
You can't come in here get with peanuts, man, and popcorn, man. You got to come in here trying to touch some souls, lift up some minds,
That's right.
teach the peoples, man. Because guess what? they getting the same dead diet out there, even in Israel. The same dead diet. Give me Deuteronomy 28:47.
Bring it out.
It's just truth, man. That's why I say these classes need to be out there to the world. Because guess what? Ain't nobody teaching this. Nobody on this level we on. Read this out.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 47.
Now you're going to understand why it's hidden. Read.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness.
See, we supposed to be doing this joyfully, man.
That's right.
You know how I wake up in the morning?
Yes, sir.
Where's it at, Matthias? They say, hey, I come in, man, every morning, man. Thank you, Lord. You know, just blessed to be able to get up and put my shoes on.
Teach.
Bring it out.
So important, man. Just blessed to be able to be laying in your bed, man. I was just in New York, man. It was outside. It's becoming a mansion to people's. Drugs. The things that this system used to keep us in bondage, keep the word hidden from us. Read.
And with gladness of heart.
Gladness of heart, man. Just here to do the work. Showing up on the Shabbat, making sure I'm accountable for my own actions.
That's right.
I'm not going to give up for what? That world out there?
That's right.
You got to be a fool, man.
Bring it out.
You the dumbest person on the block to give it up for that, man.
That's right.
But I'm going to tell you something. It's so illusion. It'll drain you. It'll pull you back, man. Something out there holding you. What is it? What is it that holding you to this wicked place?
Yes, sir.
Even I see it. I be saying, I'm like, man, it'll pull you back.
That's right.
But read.
And with gladness of heart.
In gladness, man, read.
For the abundance of all things.
Man, being thankful for what you have. A lot of people want things that they can't even understand how to keep it. None of the people done went got a car and knowing they're not going to be able to keep it. You paying $1,200 a month on it. Stupidity. Read.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
Hold up. That enemies. You thinking the judge is our friend? You thinking the police officer, the teacher is our friend? Do you think anybody that's in these cities that run these corporations is your friend? Bring it out. We don't lose, we thinking people at the school system is our friend. Raise your hand up and tell them George Washington was a so-called black man. Go to the office. You disrupting class. We can't have this in here.
That's right.
And when you try to talk to people about knowledge, they don't want to hear it.
Bring it out.
They don't want to hear no knowledge. I find that hard myself. I have this information. I sit on things. I have to sit on it. When people are wanting to know, they're gonna come and ask. This is fire, man, coming to the world. And all our enemies are that wood, man. Read.
In hunger.
In hunger.
And in thirst.
You said in hunger. We was out there telling them where they get their food from.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
In hunger, we've been taught fake history. I got a book at home. My teacher taught lies.
Real talk.
You got Israelites truth mixed with lies. You got the church's truth mixed with lies.
Yes, sir.
You got the whole system. This is how it's set up. So you'll never be able to confine it and understand what is real and what is not. That's why you got so many different churches. You got one school system, and if you go and look this stuff up, you're going to find all of the peoples in the world are now starting to say the school system is garbage. Matter of fact, give me that math question right there. Let me see how many you can do one right quick. Cause I was like, man, make it bigger. There it is, I did one. I was finna do it now. I'm like, man, what kind of garbage is this? N plus 2, N plus 3 over 2. Hold up, man. I don't care what this is. Have you ever used it at a job?
No.
That part.
Have you ever question 22, did you have to break the boxes down like that? Or when you're out there delivering your packages, you had to do this? This is just brainwashing here, man.
That's right.
Brainwashing. At the highest level, they trying to see who gonna cross over that line, man. Who's a willing soul to be lost forever. That's what this is. And hunger and thirst, man. Yearning for his righteousness and truth. A lot of people's out there, man, they caught up in Christianity.
Teach.
They caught up in Islam, Allah. What is Allah gonna do for you? I'm gonna be crashing that party soon too. I have the information. These are just things to hold you back from the Messiah's presence, from his righteousness, his love. Read out.
And in nakedness.
And you know when you in nakedness, now you without the Messiah's covering.
That's right. That's right.
So now anything can happen to you.
That's right.
Break it out.
But we don't think like this.
Sir.
But read.
And in want of all things.
In want of all things. Read.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
And he shall put a yoke of iron. So you're going to be servitude to your enemies.
That's right.
You're going to have to go and learn from them. Everything we learn it starts with our parents.
That's right.
They didn't know, but hey, they didn't even fight to step up and say, hey, we've been taught wrong. Christmas, birthdays, hallelujah, Valentine. Now you got Mother's Day coming up. And you know, Mom, man, you know, when you don't call Mom, she becomes Scarface.
Boy. So, that's right.
Let me tell you something, my friend. You didn't call me. Had a little lump in her jaw. You didn't elevate me like I wanted to be elevated. Read up.
Until he have destroyed thee.
Look at the condition of the peoples today. People thinking people got a degree or educate a house. Man, I'm going to tell you something, they destroyed. Some people got a house and they ain't even got a backyard.
Bring it out.
That's how they building these houses to some of them.
That's right.
You got homeowners association, you got all these peoples in your pocket, man. Get your hand out my pocket. Give me Isaiah 42:22. See, because most people don't understand these schools. See, the television works with the school.
Teach.
Bring it out.
It teaches you the false history too.
I'm sorry.
See, you can't get away from this place, man. No matter where you try to turn, it's always going to be there to pull you back in. And we're going to find out about a lot of things today. Read this out.
Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
You understand? You're going to hear this again and again and again. You know, they've been robbed of who they are, robbed of where they come from, robbed of their nationality, robbed of what the ways that they did live life. They've been robbed of everything. Suffering, oppression, man. Knowing that something ain't right.
That's right.
And you got these mothers now be letting their little daughters have men's in their bedroom. That half of the side of the house will be missing.
Teach.
You'll be coming, why is he out there in the back of the squad car? Because he done had to throw somebody out the window. See, you got to understand, you got to stand on things, man. My parents wouldn't allow no garbage like that. And today, it's just normal.
Teach.
I seen the same thing happen right here in Dallas. Mama got the boyfriend. Boyfriend don't shot and killed the daughter. He don't climb out the window because the daughter don't told him that it wasn't his baby. See, Rob, man. Rob, these young girls out here, man, they popping the balloons, you know, trying to get, let me tell you something, man, this place sick.
Sick.
Sick, man, at the highest level, sick, man. All these sisters out here putting their BBLs, man, and their extensions, eyelids. How you gonna look when you get old, man?
Teach.
You gonna look like a California raisin with all that stuff on. Show your natural beauty.
Teach.
Thank you.
That's right.
They hate themselves.
That's right.
That's being robbed, ain't it?
Come on.
And when it's spoiled, it's corrupt.
Yeah.
The fruit is corrupt, ain't it?
Teach.
It's like going into Walmart, getting them food, the number on there 4-3. Take it to your house, it's already corrupt. Read.
They are all of them snared in holes.
These are in holes, man. Read.
And they are hid in prison houses.
You thinking your home ain't a prison house?
Bring it out.
What's your address? 1600. That's your jail cell, man. You got your name on there. That's why they know to come get you. They come in, kick your door in, treat you like you don't rob the president.
Teach.
You have no rights here.
That's right.
Officer safety. They shouldn't have all them beta males working. And let me tell you something. Don't they all look alike like retards? They hate me, man. I deal with them. I see a group of them, I be like, how many of y'all lied on police reports? They just turn around and walk off. See, that's my new slogan with them. How many lives have you destroyed for this system, agent? Why did you have to destroy these people's lives? See, I know the sisters be like, yeah, the police ain't bad until now they learning too. They cracking their skull too. So they thought it was just us. See, the whole world thought it was just the so-called black. Now they cracking everybody's skull. You see them slamming the old mans and things. I'm just telling y'all the truth. This is what people don't want to hear. Read,
They are for a prey.
What are they for?
They are for a prey.
Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something, my friend. Don't pay that speeding ticket. They coming to get you. Who is it? It's your mom and your daddy coming to punish you over a speeding ticket.
Teach.
This place is foul, man. It stinks everywhere. Read.
And none deliver it.
None deliver it. Read.
For a spoil.
For a spoil. Read.
And none saith, restore.
Restore them back to their original estate. Restore them back to their original nationality. Restore them back to their original homeland. They not going to do that, man. They live too good off you suckers. See, they live good off y'all, man. You go to your work, if you making $20 an hour, and that day you done made, what, $200? They done made probably $200,000 off you. If you working at Wendy's and you making $15 an hour, you just, that first order, that was your paycheck. That was your, and the rest of that food you making goes to their pockets.
Thanks. Bring it out.
That's why these Israelites have a problem, man, because they don't want to know what's real. How can you go in the Bible and bring this with the Bible? Read,
Who among you will give ear to this?
See, they don't want to listen, man. They don't want to learn. They want to continue to be dumb. The system teach you to be dumb, to believe in lies. I've been here long enough. I ain't never seen certain. It was little Pookie, man. He was in the hood, man. He came out the hood, man, working 9 to 5. Little Pookie still in the hood. Little Pookie probably don't have a leg cut off now because he got diabetes, the food poison, been shot at 18 times, got one bullet still lodged in his back. This is the society we live in. And see, now I hear people saying, these things just don't happen in our neighborhoods. They coming. Suicide up. People are losing their livelihood. They don't spend up their savings. You thinking people's happy? People's are not happy here, man. They Facebook happy.
That's right.
They just put their picture on there to fool you. But read.
Who will hearken and hear for the time to come?
We're going to hear, man, and understand these times. Being one, we already had told you, man, get your stuff, get your generator, get you this, be prepared. The Lord put in our spirit to tell you, prepare yourself. Because now you try to go get some of these things, now they so high.
That's right.
You know, it's the thing is, we just trying to make sure we can have food, go down to the garden, get that good medicine from you, not that pharmaceutical death medicine. Why is it that everybody over 50 take 50 pills a day?
Bring it out.
Are they keeping them alive or are they slowly killing them? Being real, man. Read.
Who gave Jacob for a spoil?
Who gave Jacob for a spoil? Read.
And Israel to the robbers.
The robbers of your soul, your mind, your heart. your children's. We don't care. We love this place. What's the love about it? We should be doing our own thing. This is why you try to get these brothers and sisters to step up. No, we're not going to overcome. We're not going to overcome. That's how they think. That's their action. Their action is not to stand and fight. See, you ain't got to go out there physically fighting. It's a mind game. It's a weapon. How sharp is your weapon?
That's right.
Bring it out.
Is your weapon sharp? Is it sharper than that Tech 9 or that 9mm you got in your hand? Because that destroys. This here was Bill's. Read up.
Did not the Lord
do these things to us? Read.
he against whom we have sinned?
See, we don't understand. As long as you in sin, there's a judgment and punishment. Read.
For they would not walk in his ways.
They don't like to walk in his ways. They don't like to follow the image he left for us. And when he set someone up to help the nation, they hate him even more. Why? Because it challenged you to change. It challenged you to become better. See, you ain't had that problem out in the world. You was the best hockey player, the best chess player. But in the Messiah world, you don't want to be the best you can be of your own self.
That's right.
Read.
Neither were they obedient unto his laws.
They don't want to be obedient to his laws, man. They're not important to him. They're not important, but read.
Therefore he had poured upon him the fury of his anger.
You seeing what people's going through out here. That's all on there. Back to Deuteronomy 28 and 25. You seeing what's going on around here. The thirst. Everybody want knowledge. Everybody want wisdom to come financially set in his life. It doesn't happen, man. It's just an illusion. That's why 50 gave you get rich or die trying. How many brothers don't lose their life? Or sisters lost their lives? Putting themselves out there, man. Dangerously.
Bring it out.
You know, it's a sad place. But read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 25. The Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies.
Deuteronomy 28, 25.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you're right.
The Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies.
You understand? You're going to be spiritually destroyed. You're going to be out there in them street corners soon. You know, you ain't too far from it. See, we thinking we 100, man. We thinking what others, you know, you got to understand, man. There's no generational wealth for us. We don't have nothing to fall back on. That's why he tell us to gather in numbers and be one. See, we can't do that. It's just too many individuals in the truth. You got too many individual camps. You got too many suckers going out here trying to establish one. For what? To show somebody you know a precept,
Teach.
but can't even change a tire. Read.
Thou shalt go out one way against them.
We're going to go out one way as one nation. Read.
And flee 7 ways before them.
We're going to be scattered amongst the earth, man.
That's right.
Because we're not going to be one together no more, man. This is why you see us so scattered in spirits and minds and hearts. Read.
And shall be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth.
This is what happens, man. You got the Dominican Republicans hate the blacks.
Yes, sir.
You got the Puerto Ricans hate the Dominicans. You got the Haitians, you know. You know, this is what they done did to us. But read.
And thy carcass shall be meat unto all fowls of the air.
You understand the judgment of the wicked, man, shall be meat unto all the kingdoms of the earth. Read.
And unto the beasts of the earth.
These are Yah's enemies, man. Read.
And no man shall fray them away.
No man gonna do nothing, man. You be like that homeboy I knew was sitting back in that car with that crack in his sack in his pocket. God, please, God, get it to God. God ain't got nothing to do with it. You understood what you did when you went purchase it. Yeah, see, he couldn't see. See, the police had got so smart on us in Fort Worth, they used to take the seats. Because the brothers used to stick it in the seat. So somebody else catch the case.
Yeah.
So now when they take you out the car, they remove the seat to see if anything in there. How many brothers did we lose to that war? How many sisters did we lose? How many children to crack? How many? How many people did we lose to heroin out there? How many? How many of them continue to be murdered with their drugs today? Was that opium, heroin? What's this new drug they got now? Fentanyl. Is it the great America we live in that's been doing all these things? So they'll tell you it's a war on drugs. No, it's just a war on people.
That's right.
Because they're the one bringing the drugs in. When they went over there to Afghanistan, did they go over there and liberate them people, or they went over there and guard the poppy fields? Did they go to Iraq for a war, or did they go over there to get that oil?
Bring it out. Bring it out.
Nothing that these people do is true. So they're gonna tell you, thank you for serving our country. I ain't thanking nobody. You can get that out your mind. You got that suit on, man. It's disgusting to me to have that costume on. They ain't did nothing for nobody. And these same people, they'll get back over here and become police officers, and they'll be the ones out there beating the block off you. See, I know they ain't gonna do nothing by themselves. I remember being with my cousin Lee. He was kind of tipsy. Somebody had set a weed sack by his table. Police said, stand up, I'm about to take you to jail. He said, hey, you better call back up. He said, well, let me get this sack. I'm just going to dump it out and put it on the ground. He knew Lee was going to beat the dust out of him back there. See, a coward with a badge. A beta male with a badge, man. We tell them all the time, take it off.
That's right.
Take it off. Y'all sit out here to oppress us, and then the system covers you. Read,
The Lord will smite thee with the botch of Egypt.
There you go with being robbed and spoiled, man. He gonna smite thee. Rip you from everything you know. And let me tell you something, man. Don't get on that Egypt. This Kemet dudes out here, man, they gonna find out their history fake too, man.
Bring it out.
You gonna find out, man, that they went back and redid all that stuff, man.
That's right.
Bring it out.
See, they're a fool, but read.
And with the emeralds and with the scab.
All of it, the emeralds, man, that's severe punishment. You got the hard heads that's one in prison, the booty bandits and all. And see why they promote this.
That's right.
Make movies about it so you can go. All they do is put them thoughts in your head.
That's right.
See, before colors, it wasn't no Bloods or Crips in Texas.
Tell it. That's right. That's right.
See, they put the thoughts in your head, man. That's what the television is talking about. That's what the television is doing. How Stella got her groove back. Stella went got AIDS over there. So the movie would never be written like that. Now we got Madeira and all this stuff, man. Making fun of us. The movies make fun of you. And y'all sit back and laugh at them. I don't watch that black bipolar stuff, man. Read,
And with the scab.
in the scabs, the loss of faith, read.
And with the itch.
In the itch, spiritual unrest, read.
Whereof thou canst not be healed.
Man, nothing. A lot of them are gone out there, man. You see them, you walk by, man, it's just a body. It's a body. And then most people don't know they got the drugs, they got the fentanyl and everything. They got fentanyl and everything. Give me Psalms, man, 83 and 4. Nobody. You think I care about this place? No. I want back what's ours. What was promised to us. I don't want to mix it with this place. This place stinks to me, man. Got no love for this place, man. Everywhere you go, you're dealing with a fool.
Bring it out.
Let me show you how they smitten you. Read this.
Psalms chapter 83 and verse 4. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
They said, let us cut them off from being a nation from where they come from. Read.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Now they don't replace us with the so-called fake Jews over there. They don't replace the Native Americans. They don't replace everybody in everybody land.
That's right. Teach.
So what you see, that's what you believe until you go into that country yourself and you'll actually see the real peoples. See, when they go over there with their cameras, they make sure, hey, edit that out. He was a little too dark. When you go in that town, they got the billboards up. They got the ones that don't bleach their skin to look like an albino. That's what the so-called white man is. He's not white. He's an albino. Put them, stand one that come from Africa by themselves. See, they don't evolve a little bit. They get their tanning now. See, they got pride on them too, man. Let me tell you something. I seen a bigot this week, man. How do you think you somebody, when you paying the same food prices, paying the same bills, being raped and robbed the same way, but you thinking you better than somebody?
Want to get out?
I almost ate his lunch. I said, let me stay in the spirit, man. Let me stay in the spirit, man. I'm not, a bigot. A bigot. They locked in and thinking they was all the greatest peoples on the planet. They gonna find out these was all dark-skinned people. This is why I say nobody wanna know the truth. But read,
For they have consulted together with one consent.
they don't consult it together with one consent. Read.
They are confederate against thee.
Read on.
The tabernacles of Edom.
Hey, let me tell you something about Edom, man. The number one culprit against us. And y'all sit back and see all these things going on. And they get scared. When the last time so-called white police killed a black man? That's the only thing that they go on. They'll tear up a city. They'll tear their own neighborhood up for this.
That's right.
That's right.
When? Somebody tell me when. See, this is what the hatred, that's what they look for. And that's what they send you these agents in like Sharpton, man. Crump them. To stir up confusion. They give you your black leaders. Who chose Martin Luther King? Who chose Malcolm X? Who chose any of these peoples? And let me tell you something, the NAACP is one of the most rottenest organizations on the planet. They never did nothing for nobody.
Bring it out.
Give me James 1:1. Ain't did nothing for nobody, man. How you gonna love somewhere where they don't give you all your organizations? They give you everything that you need without giving you anything.
Bring it out.
You're still in the ghettos, in the slums. You're still on the bottom. Read this out.
James chapter 1 and verse 1. Come on. James, a servant of God and of the Lord Christ, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting.
Cause Christ calling you home again. Christ trying to build you again. But you know what? They don't want that, man. They'd rather go down to the grave with this place, man. Give me Jeremiah 17:13. See, our sins keeps us separated, man. And most people don't understand walking righteous is the only way to walk, man, because let me tell you something. When you walk in righteous, no matter what they do, man, they can't hurt you.
That's right.
Want to get out?
I laugh at them. They tried that this weekend, man. Threw all kind of knives, man. They were just tank, 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 tank. I was like golden on. Blank, 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 blank. Trying to get up in your skin, your system. You can't get in mine no more. It's over. Read.
Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 13. Oh Lord, the hope of Israel.
The hope. The hope. The hope. Where's your other hope? Your pastor? Let me tell you something about these pastors. They some low down dirty brothers, man.
Yes, they are.
That's right.
Very dirty, man. I wouldn't trust none of them with cheese, not alone my keys. Just telling you the truth, man. Dirty. They don't care nothing about nobody but they self.
That's right.
The same thing we doing, why no other churches have done it. Yeah, he'll send y'all out there where he ain't coming. He gonna pull up in his BMW 665 AC blowing cold. You out there sweating to death. Read.
All that forsake thee shall be ashamed.
All that forsake thee. Everyone that forsake thee shall be ashamed. Read.
And they that depart from me shall be written in the earth.
Hold up. These are the ones going to be marked for shame.
That's right.
Without eternal life. Without Christ. You're going to be marked for shame, man. Read.
Because they have forsaken the Lord.
Read on.
The fountain of living waters.
The fountain of living waters. Back to Deuteronomy. Matter of fact, give me 2 Chronicles. Let's deal with this nakedness. 2 Chronicles 15. 15 and 2. 3.
2 Chronicles chapter 15 and verse 3.
Bring it.
Now for a long season, Israel had been without the true God.
They've been without the true knowledge, without the true wisdom. Read.
And without a teaching priest.
Without one that follows the Messiah, that walks in his image. Read.
And without law.
Not the Bible, but read.
But when they, in their trouble, did turn unto the Lord God of Israel.
Read on.
And sought him.
And sought him. Read.
He was found of them.
He was found. That's all you got to do. You have to change your garment, man.
That's right.
You got to take off that moldy garment you got on. That's your life. And you got to put on this holy garment, man. The spiritual garment. But read.
And in those times, there was no peace to him that went out.
See, no peace to him that went out. Read.
Nor to him that came in.
That would come in. That was born. Read.
But great vexations were upon all the inhabitants of the country.
Man, let me tell you something. No matter how you see a person out here now, they dealing with something.
That's right.
Bring it out.
Probably got a bad marriage, bad children. They dealing with something. I'm telling you, every house on the planet without the Messiah is dealing with it.
That's right.
Read.
And nation was destroyed of nation.
And nations. Read.
And city of city.
Read on.
For God did vex them with all adversity.
Let me tell you something, man. Ain't nobody around here got a clean slate, man. They gonna talk to you like they do.
Facts.
But read.
Be ye strong therefore, and let not your hands be weak.
Don't let your hands be weak. Read.
For your work shall be rewarded.
See, a lot of people, they spirit, man, they work towards the Messiah. That's showing you that you still ain't really truly come to the knowledge, come to the understanding of what we supposed to be doing. Give me Daniel's 9 and 11. All these things are dealing with the yoke of iron. How we, or matter of fact, give me Deuteronomy 28:64. I'm bouncing around. Think about these things. Read this.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 64.
Read on.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods.
Man, let me tell you what God you following. What God was you worshiping out there in that world. What man was you following? What woman was you following?
That's right.
A lot of people don't know that they serve. That's how you get that happy wife, happy life. That's a servant. He's a servant to that wife. Me, I signed over a house once before. You can have this. I'm out of here. I'm not dealing with this sickness, man. Your peace should be more to you than living in misery.
That's right. That's right.
Read.
Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
Knowing none of these things. Read.
Even wood and stone.
Wood, dealing with these dumb idols, these dumb systems, these churches, this television, just dealing with all this madness and sickness. This ain't talking about our true churches, man. I guess you don't understand, the churches, they build with brick now. Got a few wood churches out there in the country. But read.
And among these nations shalt thou find no ease.
Man, why? Why would you want to continue? See, what they did, they brung everybody over here. They brung whites and black servitudes over here. See, they came over in 1619. Nobody got no records of none of these things, man. They was bringing indentured servants over here. White and black. See, that's the problem people don't want to hear. So you understand these things. So once they seen that the so-called black got with the whites and raised up under Bacon's rebellions, they had to suppress the Israelites. Raise up the so-called white man. Gave him gun, gave him land. See, he been thinking he been balling forever, man. You ain't been balling that long. You couldn't vote until 1830 under Andrew Jackson. So now the so-called white man is raising up and bringing out information and knowledge. Now they're suppressing them with their police departments. Now they don't call in the Pakistanis, the Iranians, the Egyptology, the Egypt's people that's coming from over there. Anybody they calling over. When the last time you been into a white man business? What business you go to? You feel your take up? Oh, you thinking he running that? Nah. Did you stop at a hotel and stay in a hotel?
Bring it out.
Did you thinking he running that?
Bring it out.
Did you go to Lisa's Chicken and get some chicken? Did you think you thinking they running that? Are we running that? Who making your chicken today?
Bring it out.
Yeah.
See, every time somebody start figuring this out, they're bringing another nation. Who you think living in Frisco, Plano, Flower Mound, and all these other areas out now? Not there. See, you raise up to the hand that built you up, they're going to destroy you. But read.
Neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest.
You're not going to understand these things. Read.
But the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart, and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind.
Mind, man, just going through it. Read.
And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt have no assurance of thy life.
Have no assurance, man. How you going to pay your bills? How you going to bury somebody? Why are you thinking they always got to go? Most of you see these people getting killed now. They always got to go get a GoFundMe to bury somebody. Y'all don't see the pressure on people? Little Ronnie over in Fort Worth didn't have no insurance policy.
Bring it out.
I told you about being a rapper, man, but you see an idiot still want to rap.
Yeah.
But read.
In the morning thou shalt say, would God it were even.
Keep reading.
And at even thou shalt say, would God it were morning. For the fear of thine heart wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes which thou shalt see.
You understand? A lot of people don't really see it because they really just don't really believe that what's going on out there. See, the city don't show you all the murders that goes on in the city of Dallas. The city of Fort Worth. See, over in Fort Worth now, you got the Pakistanis and Iranians over there done bought up all the homes that these cats used to be calling Crips and Bloods. This my hood. You don't pay one bill.
Bring it out.
You don't own 1 acre.
Thanks.
But you low life can go stand in front of a store, man, and rob your own people.
Yes, sir.
Right.
All day.
Now give me Daniel's 9 and 11. That's that yoke of iron the Lord put on us. Where we had to go sit in a school system, man, and learn of lies. Learn of these things that, man, not going to prosper us. See, I'm going to speak against it. I'm going to teach against it. I'm totally against this system. Read out.
Daniel chapter 9 and verse 11. Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law.
Say, all Israel. Israel don't like to do what's righteous, man. And this is why we here fighting to try to build up the nation again, to try to guide the nation, try to lead the nation, try to instruct the nation, to hold them accountable, to do these things to make them a better person, and what they do, they reject that. But read.
Even by departing.
That's why you'll see when you got to be accountable for your actions, they skedaddles. You know why? Because in that world, you ain't got to be really accountable. You can fake it till you make it. That's what they say, ain't it? But read.
That they might not obey thy voice.
See, when you got a teacher, an instructor, they don't like to obey the Lord's voice. It ain't my spirit that you're hearing, it's his spirit that you're hearing. I thought the Bible says, surely oppression make a wise man mad. Oppression make you happy, don't it? Read.
Therefore the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of God, because we have sinned against him.
We have sinned, man. We rebellious baby childrens, man. Read.
And he hath confirmed his words, which he spake against us.
Keep reading.
And against our judges that judged us.
The peoples, the leaders, the instructors, the teachers, read.
By bringing upon us a great evil.
Great evil, read.
For under the whole heaven had not been done as had been done upon Jerusalem.
I used to be like, man, why is every time I go to a new city, our people's in the worst part of the city? They like, the white man got all the money. He ain't had nothing, man. That was through GI loans they got in them suburban neighborhoods. That's how they was getting them homes, man. Redlining, man. Teaching the bank not to give you a loan. You thinking it was just, we just sat back and we didn't stand. See, we didn't want to come together. See, that's our problem. That's why you'll see these other nations, man. They have a whole community, man.
Yes, sir.
But see, we can have a whole community and nobody speak to each other, talk to each other.
Bring it out.
But except trying to rape, rob, and kill each other.
Man.
Read.
As it is written in the law of Moses.
Read on.
All this evil is come upon us. Yet made we not our prayer before the Lord our God, that we might turn from our iniquity and understand thy truth.
Now, y'all don't want to make that confessions. They don't want to confess. You got to confess what you're dealing with.
Bring it out.
That's the only way you're going to be healed. If you don't want to do that, you're not going to be healed.
That's right.
Read.
Therefore hath the Lord watched upon the evil,
Seen all these things that happened to us. Read.
and brought it upon us.
And brought it upon us. Read.
For the Lord our God is righteous in all his works which he doeth, for we obey not his voice.
See, they don't want to obey his teachers and his instructors, man. They're trying to guide and lead. They don't want that, man. And you understand why we didn't have a king on the planet. But guess what the nation wanted? Because they seen the other nation. See, we still envying these other nations.
That's right.
We want a king. See, some of them got their elders, their king.
Absolutely.
Christ is not their king. Christ is our king. Read.
And now, O Lord our God, that has brought thy people forth out of the land of Egypt with a mighty hand,
Read on.
and has gotten thee renowned, as at this day we have sinned, we have done wickedly.
We still want to walk in ungodly ways, man. We still don't want to change. We still don't want to love each other. We still don't want to build with each other. We still want to be individuals and liars.
That's right.
Bring it out.
Read.
O Lord, according to all thy righteousness, I beseech thee, let thy anger and thy fury be turned away from thy city Jerusalem, thy holy mountain. Because for our sins and for the iniquity of our fathers, Jerusalem and thy people are become a reproach to all that are about us.
You think these other nations don't be talking about us? So I used to go in there and get my toes and nails done. I'd be like, hey, listen, I got somebody that speaks your language. I'm going to record in here. If you're talking about me, I'm coming back. You better stay. And they can speak English. They just be in there talking about y'all. Look at this fool come in here and spend all this money. Did y'all know the sisters used to do the nails before they came in? How did they monopolize that business?
Bring it out.
Never seen a day of school.
How? How did they come in and take over that? You know why? Because we don't like to support each other.
That's right.
Bring it out.
Thanks.
That part.
We so scared somebody gonna get above us.
That's right.
That's right.
Read
Now therefore, O our God, hear the prayer of thy servant and his supplications, and cause thy face to shine upon thy sanctuary that is desolate, for the Lord's sake.
Cause thy face to shine. Somebody else's face was shining today, man. Cause thy face to shine. I see. You know, when the Lord shine up on you, man, things are good, ain't it?
That's right.
No matter what you going through life, you can be in there, got $2. You got your family, y'all happy, man. Y'all can watch a dumb movie and, you know, children's in there jumping off the wall, turning cartwheels. Beautiful, man. Some of y'all don't understand how joyful that is, as long as you're walking with the Lord.
That's right.
Read.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, read.
Incline thine ear and hear. Open thine eyes and behold our desolations, and the city which is called by thy name, for we do not present our supplications before thee for our righteousness, but for thy great mercy.
For thy great, great, great mercy. Read.
O Lord, hear. O Lord, forgive.
Oh Lord, man, these are the prayers you should be saying. Forgive me, read.
O Lord,
Read.
hearken and do.
Hearken and help me change my life. Walk right, read.
Defer not.
Don't walk away, read.
For thine own sake.
Read on.
O my God.
Read.
For thy city and thy people are called by thy name.
We walking in righteous again, man.
That's right.
We living as the Lord live.
That's right.
We're not going to walk around as idiots anymore. Give me Isaiah 53 and 6. What do we got here, man? We don't try everything. We don't been to the bingo hall, to the casinos. We don't did it all, man, and this place still robbing us. Read.
Isaiah chapter 53 and verse 6. All we like sheep have gone astray.
We like sheep, man. We don't know, man. You know, we little sheep, man. We you know, when you little, man, when you understand what I'm saying, when you little, that's when they want to conform your mind.
That's right.
That's why they bring you in pre-K. That's why they separate you from the parents in these schools. The school become your parent. You love, and a lot of people, I didn't love my parent, man. I hated school. It wasn't, I'd be looking outside the window, man. I could be out there playing or something. You got to go to school 12 years for what? Did they teach us anything in these prison houses? And did you know the school looked just like the prison house? What do they teach you in these schools? To obey. To follow man. What they do in them churches? The same old doctrine. But read.
We have turned everyone to his own way.
Read on.
And the Lord hath laid on him the iniquity of us all.
Christ came here and died for us all to bring us back, to resurrect us back to life. And we still walk around here thinking this system got something for us. No. 2 Corinthians 4 and 4. No. I won't play those games. No. The system ain't got nothing for you. I'm here to tell you what this system does is predicate itself on us being dumb. Not knowing how to do for ourselves. How the other nations going to look at us in righteousness and we want to still run to the nation that's oppressing us?
Thanks.
We can't establish ourselves. Read.
2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 4. In whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not.
You understand? The God of this world prevents believers from seeing the truth of the gospel. You got your Pharisees in these camps now. You got these pastors that don't do nothing for their peoples, man. You got the school system that do the same thing. You got the television that do the same thing. This system is one, ain't it? It all works together. If you go to another country, it's the same thing. Why can't we be one? The odds are stacked against you.
That's right.
We don't want to do what's righteous in Christ's eye. But read.
Lest the light of the glorious gospel of Christ, who is the image of God, should shine unto them.
Shine unto your heart, man, and your mind, man. So you'll believe no matter what, man. No matter what condition you're in, it's going to get better.
That's right.
You have to trust. You have to believe. You have to believe in his way.
That's right.
Not your way. It's got to be his way. I keep telling y'all. I'm like my cousin when he used to be drunk. I said, man, you're going to get a DUI. I ain't worried about nothing. See, I'm drunk on the truth. I ain't worried about nothing. What can you do to me? What can you do? Give me Ephesians 2 and 2. What can you do? Nothing. Read.
Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 2. Where in time past ye walked according to the course of this world.
See, in time past, had our Santa hats on.
That's right.
We all was Christmas shopping. We all was celebrating Independent Lie Day. We all was doing these things. We all believed that there were slave ships. People still believe, man, he don't know what he's talking about, but they ain't never even seen a ship. All they seen is a diagram, a picture somebody drew. But that show you how robbed and spoiled a person is. Not considered, they not even thinking. Have you ever seen the Atlantic Ocean? No, seen the Mississippi River. See, that's when the hen come out. See, the hen got to come out sometime, man, because sometimes people will piss you off with what they say. Yeah, well, they got documentation over in Africa. Don't them Africans some of the most lyingest peoples on the planet? Some of the most scammingest peoples on the planet. We gonna believe they lie. Matumbo over there telling you was right there in this place. And did we really flee into Africa? That's the lie that they push, ain't it? We're gonna find out all these things are just lies. Well, we was in Timbuktu. Why can't I get any documentation on it? Where's a written book on it? Rudolph Winslow, I ain't believe it's nothing this liar say, man. He got truth mixed with lies. This is what you're going to get from this place, man. Read up.
According to the prince of the power of the air,
Read on.
the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience.
Man, you understand? Every kingdom teaches us to be disobedient. Teaches us not to honor anything, parents, marriages.
That's right.
Honor friends and families. It teaches us nothing. It teaches us to destroy everything. But read.
Among whom also we all had our conversation in times past in the lust of our flesh.
Lust of our flesh. Well, hey, man. See, before they shut all the malls down, see, a lot of people, we was at that mall. They send their children up there. Go to the mall on the weekend. They ain't got no mall to go to now, do they?
Bring it out.
Wasn't for the Lord, man. See, they ain't got no place to go. Now they go out and be burning tires, burning their rubber on the tires. How stupid are you to have to go buy some new tires? They be out there jumping all in the car running over people, man. Is y'all that bored?
Yeah. Gotta be.
But read.
Fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of the mind.
See, everything that we've been taught, man, some of it we can't let go.
That's right.
Some of it we pookie. We pookie, man. So they show you who you are in that movie. They just gave you the crack scene. That's it's right there, ain't it? There you go, Ray. I gotta have that purse. I gotta have that car, man. I can't go without it, man. That house is just, that's for us, man. We can't even afford the rent, but I got to have it. We're living there 3 months, man. That pookie thing is a major madness and sickness amongst our peoples. But read.
And were by nature the children of wrath.
The children of wrath, read.
Even as others.
Even as others out there in that world. Ephesians 6:12. Even as others. We were just like everybody else.
That's right.
But read.
Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood.
See, the problem is, this ain't no physical battle. What are you battling, man, that you having a problem with, that you can't come get counseling for, that you can't overcome? You're not wrestling. Ain't nobody forcing you out there in that world, are they? Did anybody force Pookie to take that crack pipe? He did it on his own, man. It made him happy.
That's right.
See, something out there in that world makes you happy.
That's right.
But you don't know that's a snare and that's a trap.
That's right.
That's right.
Read.
But against principalities.
These are wicked men. Read.
Against powers.
These are governments and kingdoms. Read.
Against the rulers of the darkness of this world.
Against the rulers of the darkness of this world. Read.
Against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Man, it starts right now in these camps. You got Christianity, school, TV, false history. These things are the things that divides. See, we got everybody. See, the so-called black community, this is what they call it. So I have to use that word. the so-called black community, they want to argue over Islam, doctrines, potato chips, flat earth, anything they can find something to argue about.
Bring it out.
What good is that going to come when we trying to build a house?
That's right.
That part.
Oh, we can't come together because you want to argue about something over here that's stupid, man, instead of putting a nail in the wood. That's just showing you how low we are, man. We are arguing, fight over basketball,
Yes, sir. That's right.
over sports,
Yes, sir.
over Tupac.
Yes, sir.
And Tupac was a flaming twinkles.
Bring it out.
Nobody can't tell me, nobody in this entertainment business, the Lord has been bringing us the truth about these drags and all these things, and we still don't want to let go. That's why they have the music business that distracts you. You know, you at home lonely or something, they got one of them songs. I know we was out there at the around the corner about a few weeks ago. I said, man, that song used to come on when I, you know, sitting at home all alone, wishing Boo would come home. It just seemed like the radio know your spirit, don't it?
That's right.
See, I never listen to the radio. I always listen to what I want to listen to. See, I don't even know how to sing a song. I don't know the lyrics to them. Because I never put that much stock in the being brainwashed. They playing the same song every hour.
Oh, that's right. Oh.
Give me Acts, man, 16:35. We don't understand how much they're going to make you like a song.
Yes, sir. That's right.
They're going to give you an artist they wanted you to love. Read this up.
Acts chapter 16 and verse 35. And when it was day, the magistrate sent to the sergeant, saying, let those men go.
They're telling these officers, just like they doing in this wicked system, man. This kingdom, man, this power that they have over us. Read.
And the keeper of the prison told this, saying to Paul,
Read on.
the magistrates have sent to let you go. Now, therefore, depart and go in peace.
Hey, after all this, we don't drug you to jail, man, lock you up, man, took your freedom, but you better leave here in peace. That's how them guys be getting out the prisons, man. Them took 40 years of my life.
Yes, sir.
You thinking I'm coming out there, I ain't mad at nobody. My voice would go out for cussing everybody out at the door. I'm just telling you, man, how can you leave in peace when they don't stole your freedom? The DA don't lie. They don't withheld evidence. The police don't lie. The judge in cahoot. And nobody get charged, but nobody lost their life but you.
Yes, sir.
And why so many brothers getting out, man? You know, they don't have to go in there and fight booty bandits, man. People trying to extort them and all these things, man. They don't took your freedom away, your youth. You get out, you can't even shoot a basketball no more. Oh, for what? What is the gang of these people? They just evil, man. They're evil. They're evil. That's why people can't tell me nothing about this system. I know it. I know when you go and you apply for a job and you go through every test that they have. I was supposed to be retiring from being a firefighter. I get to the thing, well, you got a ticket if we put you in the truck to be a driver. I'm like, how dumb are you, man? You got to be an engineer to drive a truck. I'm just an EMT. I'm just a medic tech. They'll tell you anything when you're stupid.
That's right.
And let me tell you something. It was somebody looking at me that was one of the reasons I didn't get it. You always know they in the background somewhere. You think I can love a place that didn't show me nothing but hate? It's like dealing with a woman, man. That's all she do is cheat on you, holler at you, argue with you, cuss at you, gone all day, drunk all the time, and you love her.
Facts, bro.
I don't know, man. Where we at, 37?
37.
Read.
But Paul said unto them,
Read.
they have beaten us openly
Hey,
uncondemned.
looking at this, hey, man. It's this prophet speaking, man.
Sir.
Read.
Being Romans,
Being Romans, read.
and have cast us into prison. And now do they thrust us out privily? Nay, verily. But let them come themselves and fetch us out.
Hey, Paul stepping up, man. Nobody, listen, you done been towed down by this system, man, and you're going to be happy. Like some guy, I'm going to get him wipe the blood off. Let me tell you something, man. These people better be lucky I done put that black mask on and come visit some of them, man. Cause if I was in that system still in that world, man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. You got that same hatred on you.
That's right.
Real tough.
You have to learn, man. This is what Christ calling us to take that from us. Let's go to this police, man. This letter here. Let me show y'all something, man. Read this out.
The police were created to control working class and poor people.
That's right.
And not serve and protect.
When have they ever seen the police there when a crime was being committed? Who was getting robbed and the police was just standing there? Who got shot and the police didn't shoot the other man back for him? They just come there, man, to lock somebody up. And a lot of times, they don't even solve these crimes because it's not important.
That's right.
Lil Ray Ray just did them a favor by killing Lil Pookie. But read.
The police were not created to protect and serve the population. They were not created to stop crime. At least not as most people understand it. They were certainly not created to promote justice. They were created to protect the new form of wage labor capitalism that emerged in the mid to late 19th century from the threat posed by the system's offspring, the working class.
They listen, they here to protect this money. Why are you thinking they always riding around these business? They here to protect the ones that's got money. Why are you thinking you can't go into a city council and if one of the council members violate your rights, tell the police, he gonna put you out? See, they not here to serve and protect. They not your friend. Don't talk to them. And I know when I was talking to sister, he told her she couldn't have her phone camera recording out the window. He would have had to come take me to jail, man. I understand you got your children, but see, I'm by myself. See, she was old. I had to check one of them real tough, man. I don't play that with them, man. As long as I got that camera on, they ain't not gonna cross that line. See, a lot of you, y'all get stopped. Y'all just sitting in the car scared. Well, I hope I ain't got a warrant. So I make sure I ain't got there because I'm going to talk noise. AG will tell you. And snatch my cousin out the back seat. He's shaking like a chicken, man. You know you got a warrant. Why you should be up there talking. No, I ain't got no warrant, though. I gave him the money to get himself out, though. He don't pull us over talking about a speaker. See, some of them, man, I talk bad to sometimes, man, I make them feel very small, man, because I'm going to tell you something. They have really torn families apart, man.
That's right.
Murdered peoples, innocent peoples.
That's right.
They're not your friends. Do not utilize them. We don't need them. Out there in the land, we got peace. See, that's the difference. But read.
Before the 19th century, there were no police forces that we would recognize as such anywhere in the world. In the northern United States, there was a system of elected constables and sheriffs, much more responsible to the population in a very direct way than the more responsible to the population. Shalaki, I messed it up again. Much more responsible to the population in a very direct way than the police are today. In the South, the closest thing to a police force was the slave patrols for indentured servants.
Let me tell you something. That's all they saying. They just call it slave patrol. See, they was there to make sure that these people abide to that contract that they signed.
Yeah.
They wasn't, let me tell you something, man. You got 40 slaves run away. How many slave patrols you got? How many people working for, what kind of organization skills these people's got? That movie thing, man, that television is a dangerous tool, man, because before Roots, you didn't even know nothing about a slave ship or slaves. My grandmother never told me nothing about Mississippi burning. We didn't stay too far from Philadelphia. You know, this whole thing is just a bunch of false narrative. But read.
While it is true that slave patrols were a form of American law enforcement that existed alongside other forms of law enforcement, the claim that American policing traces back to or started at, as or evolved directly from slave patrols, or that slave patrols morphed directly into policing, is false.
See, these things are just false narrative, man. These was constables, sheriff that they had back then. Because we're gonna read in here that they come from Great Britain. Why do you think in Great Britain had their army over here? They was over here guarding their money. They were making sure that they paid their taxes. But read, man. And I'm going to go into that in another story, man. I'm going to show you the truth about that too. But read.
This widespread pernicious myth falsely asserts a casual relationship between slave patrols, policing, and inmates that modern policing carries on a legacy of gross injustice. There is no evidence for either postulate.
See, no evidence of these things, man. They just give us a movie, and we run with it.
That's right.
And you'll see one that have a badge say 1858. What happened to the badge of 1625, or the badge of 1699, or the badge of 1701, or the badge of 1750? Then they go into Civil War in 1861.
That's right.
When did Mississippi come on the map? Most people don't know. So how did they have slave patrols down in Mississippi, Texas, Arkansas, when these places was predominantly black peoples? We don't know nothing, man. But read.
We must also distinguish between police departments, and policing. Police departments refer to specific entities and engage in the activity of policing, an activity that was well established long before modern police departments were founded. Early Babylonian, Chinese, Egyptians, Greek, and Roman societies all possess entities, whether paramilitary, religious, or civilian, that enforce the laws of those societies.
So we've been had this thing, man. This ain't nothing new under the sun. So we just had slave patrol. We didn't have police departments back then. So by the time a slave run away, you got to go take somebody, send cornbread over there to another plantation, man. Tell somebody else that they need to get a militia together to go find a slave. If he like me, I'm running all day. Keep reading.
Thus, policing as an activity has roots that are as ancient as civilization itself.
See that people don't know nothing about what's going on, man. All they care about is a precept to mislead somebody. Read.
These slave patrols were sanctioned by local governments and engaged in law enforcement activities. This has led some to make the claim that modern American police descended from slave patrols. Such a claim, however, cannot survive close scrutiny.
They can't. You can't find no facts, no nothing. All you're gonna find is that television.
That's facts.
Read.
The historical record clearly shows that professional policing originated from early English advocates of criminal justice reform, most notably Henry Fielding, Patrick Coffin, and Sir Robert Peel.
That's what they was doing. They was sending criminals to America. They was sending their criminals out to Australia to work, just like they do here today. I know my cousin was telling me, he said, man, they had me on probation, man. We had to go cut people's grass. He said, man, how could that Mexican have that weed eat? He went all day till he run out of gas. I said, what you do? I just stayed back, man. I couldn't do it. But it's the same thing today. Right now, they are using prison labor to work at fast food restaurants.
That's right.
These corporations, when they say, what, the 13th Amendment, what, you are a slave? Why they ain't say nothing before then? We don't want to know nothing, man. We want to just continue with the lies. Keep reading, y'all.
Indeed, the first modern police department in the United States were modeled after London's Metropolitan Police Service. These police departments were the direct successors of the English system adopted by American cities of night watchmen and constables.
That's what they are, watching over the business, watching over the elites, the ones with the money. That's who they watching over. They ain't watching over your hood. Read.
NAACP started in 1704 in the Carolinas to control the enslaved people.
It's supposed to say NAACP. It was stated in 1704 that it started in the Carolina to control the enslaved peoples. Why is the NAACP worried about when they started? Because the NAACP is one of them ones that push false narratives too. You can't believe nothing coming out of their mouth, man. Tell me what the NAACP have done for our communities. They don't even pick up the trash. Keep reading.
Slave patrols were primarily responsible for enforcing laws and regulations that restricted the lives of enslaved individuals, ensuring they remained within the confines of their owner's property and labor.
Hold up, don't we do this in right here? Break a law and you run to another state. Don't they come get you?
Yep.
That's the slave patrol right there, man. You still a slave. Don't pay a bill or something. Don't they send people after you? Drive your car to Oklahoma. Won't they come and arrest you? They looking at that as theft now. Keep reading.
Suppression of rebellion.
See, okay, suppression of rebellions. Okay, we wanna divorce the system. But read.
A major function of slave patrols was to prevent and suppress any resistance or rebellion from enslaved people, which could have disrupted the plantation system.
Ain't America a plantation?
Bring it out.
The White House is the big house. See, we don't see what that tell you. This is talking about slave. No. Any resistance? Don't you think they modern to us? Why you got the Southern Poverty Law Center putting everybody as hate groups?
That's right.
Get out of this, man. Read.
Enforcement of social order.
Keep reading.
Patrols help maintain the existing social hierarchy and ensure that enslaved people remain in their subordinate position, contributing to the overall stability of the slave-holding society.
Let me ask you this, man. Go to that job and clown at that job, see who come get you. Get the clown in the airport, see who come get you. Try to climb over that White House fence, man, see who come get you. Keep reading, man.
Protection of property.
Hold on, that protection of property. Read.
By controlling enslaved people and suppressing potential rebellions, slave patrols ultimately protected the economic interests of slave owners, whose wealth was tied to the labor of enslaved people.
Let me ask you this. Did you go to that job when it's closed and try to get you some hamburger meat up out of there or something, man? And grab you a drill that you want? This is stupid to me, man. This is talking about modern today, but read.
Influence on policing. The practices of slave patrols, including surveillance.
Hold up, surveillance? What they was doing with the dope dealers, man? What they be doing with you? Who be watching your house, man? Who got your phone tapped? Read.
Enforcement of curfews and notions of who could be a law enforcement
Hold
officer.
up. You got to have a very low IQ to become a police officer. You can't have a high IQ. You got to be a dum-dum that follows orders. But read.
Influenced the development of police forces in the South after the Civil War.
Let's go back to Exodus 1 and 8, man. I'm just telling y'all, man. This place has messed us up. We still want to hold on to something around here. A cheeseburger, man. Read this right quick, Art.
Exodus chapter 1 and verse 8. Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph.
See, who is this new king, man? Why did they say a new king? Wasn't it a new king before that new king? Hold up. Did y'all know that this was one of the, not of the royal seed of the Africans? And knew not Joseph, did not respect and acknowledge him and what he had did for that nation? What demon would become a new king in Egypt? We don't know, huh? See, we'll read the Bible not knowing who is who, where is where, and what history. Where we at? Bring this letter up right quick, Art. Let's look at this new king with Moses' time. Not there, Art.
You want the letter?
Yeah, the letter.
We got that one, and we got this one. This on.
Nah, I got this one in there.
Let's see. Okay.
There it is. Read the yellow part where I got you. Let them know where you at. The second.
The second intermediate period. It's the Hycosis period.
This is the Hycosis period. And who are these peoples?
It's the new kingdom in the 18th dynasty.
This is when Moses was dealing with. Why we don't never see on here none of the Edomite king that was ruling Africa? We're going to find out today they been ruling Africa, man. Where you thinking you get all this philosophy from, man? Iris and all this nonsense. But let's go to the book. Let's go to the book. Let's start. What did this say right here? Oh, are these people?
Edom and the Hycosis.
Let's go down to page 7. Okay, that's where we start. Let's go to 15 now. Yeah, that's what threw me out. Bring it up a little louder. I think I want that top one right there. Let me see.
Oh, modern research.
Nah, let me scroll down. Don't move fast, man. You know, I couldn't highlight it. Start right there, the second paragraph. We'll read
Since the
that.
Hycosis.
Yeah.
Since the Hycosis invasion of Egypt was led by the Semites.
See, they was Semitic. But read.
And not my Hurrians or Indo-Aryans, as recent studies have shown, it appears that the expulsion of the Hycosis around the middle of the 16th century BC was the important event that resulted in the oppression of the Israelites.
Who you think was oppressing you? Some Africans? See, I know. See, we don't read books. I go get them. But read.
Thus, we conclude that scholars now again consider the puzzling Hycosis to be mainly a Semitic people, but with the Hurrian element, which we must not overlook.
Let's go to
19.
Yeah, you know where to go, man. I ain't got to look no more. Make my job easy. I just got to try to find out what I want to read. Is that it?
Yes, this is page 19. You just gotta let me know where to go.
Okay, let's scan through it. I got to print it out, man. Go to the second paragraph. Let's just read that.
Somewhere in this vicinity, in the times of Moses and Joshua, lived the Avim or Evites. The name is phonetically similar to Avaris the First, the Hycosis capital, but no connection has yet been shown.
Keep reading.
When the Egyptians finally began to regain power, the Hycosis were besieged in this city, Avaris, for an unknown length of time. It may have been a long, hard siege when the city ultimately fell before the growing power of Ahmose the First. The Hycosis lost all control of Egypt and had to retreat to the city Soharan in southern Palestine.
Now give me page 20.
This is 20 right here.
Okay, I think it's that top one. Let me look. Scroll down. Right there. Let me look at it. Keep scrolling. Keep strolling. Right there. Let's just get that.
The date of the Hycosis Empire, the time that Hycosis kings ruled in Egypt, and the date of their great empire is well established in relation to Egyptian history of that period. It feels or nearly feels the time between the Middle Kingdom and the new empire commencing with the 18th dynasty.
Oh, let's go to the next one page, man. Let's go to the next one. Where we at now?
24.
See, we've been thinking this is some African, man. No, these was the Edomites oppressing us. Restart at the beginning.
Now our theory is, in short, that the Hycosis kings were the Edomites.
See, read.
Preposterous? We think not. We seriously suggest that the Hycosis Empire was an early expansion of the Edomite kingdom, assisted by associated and related peoples.
Hold up, let's go to the next one.
58.
Yeah,
Go to the next page, right?
No,
58.
Next one.
Yeah, this 58 right here.
Okay.
Let me see. Go down. And see, there's a precepts in there too that matches up. See, there was a grace period between Esau. Matter of fact, I think we was on this one. Started see, they was the name in the Greek. Go back up a little bit. Go back up. Go no down a little bit. Right there. Read there. Just read that. No, the one above it. Yeah.
There's also a possibility of the order of the names of the Hycosis kings having become confused, so that we cannot cling too tenaciously to the sequence of names which have come down to us second.
See, let me tell you something. All that stuff y'all reading about Egypt is false history, man. They done changed the names to change the games. That's what they do. They make sure you don't know history. And how you going to teach somebody if you don't know what you're teaching? All we read is there was a new king in Egypt, but hey, that's enough on that. Matter of fact, where am I? Give me that first Egyptian video. Let me show y'all something. I'm going to go ahead and jump in here now. We're going to get back to the precepts. The fake Egypt. See, when they went over there, they started, the Iraqis, when they had went in there, they started to busting up those statues. Put it up there. And what they found in there was rebars.
Modern day technology.
It's modern day technology.
Yes,
But play the video.
We do not own any rights to this video. It is for educational purposes only.
So they started busting up them statues over there. So they was finding rebars everywhere.
I'm a muted. I don't want us to get caught.
That's fine. Look at here. All them rebars. Look at the statue. Who went and did this? Who went over there, man, before time and rebuilt this and taught these people Kemet? That's all they love. How do we know that these statues... See, look, rebars everywhere. None of this stuff is real over there. Now go to 12.
I got you.
Now play it now. What are they over there doing back then, man? In 1813. What are they doing? They're over there putting stuff, they're over there rebuilding it for what? Make money off of it. They love to throw that commercial in there, don't they? Player hating.
One second. All right, we back in action.
Look at this. That's showing you how they reconstructed this thing. We're not going to know. We're going to, oh, whoa, man, this is so amazing. Let me tell you something. If you ever been in the desert, man, you ever feel that sand whip, that sand would destroy everything. See, look at him. Watch him cut it. See? They've been over there working on this stuff, man, so long. We just think that this is just modern day stuff. How did they get them big old blocks over there? Them things was small concrete blocks. And why they using old tools? You know, we got something to cut through that in a few seconds. See, something ain't right. Now, give me that Stonehenge.
Okay.
Let me show you something else, man. They done refabricated all your history, man. We believe the lies that they tell. And them, you go into them African museums to see that stuff in there, man. All them stuff is fake statues. I can show you that too. Play this.
We do not own the rights to this video. They're playing this for educational purposes only.
What a big, oops, rock on there. So all these shots are from the 50s that we're going to see. Okay, let's go.
Look at this.
Here we go. So they've got a
Ain't
big,
nothing real, man.
a huge, you know,
It's all
crane,
fake.
crane. Doesn't have to lift that high, and as you can see, this is Stonehenge. They're
And if
lifting
you
them
go
into
back to the beginning of the video,
these two
you'll see
standing
just
stones.
ruins.
And you know, there's not much about a couple of ladders. Doesn't look like much of a work site.
So what the hell they're doing? Washing the rocks?
Kind of strange.
Look at that old, what kind of
What's this?
crane was that,
Decking
man?
on the floor or something?
For my time, man, that crane,
He's just on his
oh.
ladder. He's got his hand on the rock. Yeah, just bring it down. He's over there just directing it. But you know, what's going on here? Are they rebuilding it? Are they building it like the pictures we saw of another site? I mean,
Everything is fake,
sure.
people.
They're lifting it up, put a crowd around watching. These are all in the 1950s, mid-50s. You know, this is lifting it up, this was swinging it up to their hands.
Get back Exodus 1 and 9, man. We done with this garbage, man. Everything, like I told you, is fake. It's nothing real. This is how they deceive the world. Read this out.
Exodus chapter 1 and verse 9. And he said unto his people,
He was talking about these Edomites. Read.
Behold,
Read on.
the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we.
They understood we more and mighty, man. Our spirits are much stronger. Our wisdom and knowledge. But read.
On, and let us deal with them, and let us deal wisely with them.
That's a plan to control them and manipulate their minds. Read.
Lest they multiply.
Read on.
And it come to pass that when they're fallen out in a war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land.
They want them removed from out of Egypt. They wanted them removed out of Egypt at this time. But read.
Therefore, they did set over them taskmasters.
Hold up, taskmasters, man. You got taskmasters here today. You got a judge. You got somebody that you pay your mortgage to. You got somebody that you go to work, go to the job. You got to go get your tags from. You got taskmasters up in there. If you need a washing machine, you got to go to your taskmaster and pay them for it. Let me tell you something. This ain't nobody pulling no whip, man. And you got to understand the taskmasters condemning them to an ungodly system and harsh oppression. That's what they say a taskmaster was. Ain't we in this harsh system today?
Sure.
Ain't we got taskmasters over us?
That's right.
Read.
To afflict them with their burdens.
To afflict them with their burdens. Read.
And they built for Pharaoh treasure cities.
Hey, we thinking we built Treasure City, man. They was building pyramids and stuff. None of that stuff is all garbage, man. What do we build here in Babylon? These are Treasure City. They live off the backbone of our work that we do here. See, at first you used to see what? The so-called blacks and white in construction. Now you just seeing the so-called Mexicans. Now you're starting to see the Pakistanians and the other nations. Who do you see driving these trucks? You seen black and white. You know, a few Mexicans. Now you're starting to see the Pakistanis and all these other nations. So they want their cities built. Read.
Pithom and Rameses.
Keep reading.
But the more they afflicted them,
The more they afflicted them. Read.
the more they multiplied and grew.
Man, the hood never stopped having babies, do they? No matter what you're doing to somebody, gonna pick one up. No matter how much oppression they going through, man. No matter how empty their refrigerator is. Telling y'all the truth, man.
Yeah.
But read.
And they were grieved because of the children of Israel.
And let me tell you something. They got natural hatred for us. Read.
And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor.
And you understand, they say the Egyptians. We understand who this are, but read.
And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage.
Made a life bitter, man, in spiritual subjection to their ideology, to their system, to their Christianity, to whatever they was pushing on us, man. They made us spiritually bitter. Read.
In mortar.
And they brought us into darkness, man. Read.
And in brick.
And in brick, man, teaching us these false doctrines that they mislead our people for generations. Read.
And in all manner of service in the field, all their service wherein they made them serve was with rigor.
It was cruelty, man. Look at us today. Look at us in the position, the same system. It's nothing new under the sun.
That's right.
And this is why we can't come together. Let's deal with this letter spiritual, man. Matter of fact, go to my channel, and I just want you to just be highlighting it. all the videos with all the information. One thing you're going to see in there, you're going to see books. You're going to see me going to get books. These are the books that they have in your university that you never, or the teacher never tells you to go. They just sits in there.
You want the History Channel?
Yeah, History Channel. We'll put that up. Read this right quick.
Spiritual wickedness in high places. Self.
See, it starts with self. You were built up to be wicked. Read.
Molded by a system. Family, school, and others.
See, you've been molded. The pot had his hand all in your clay brains. Teaching you whatever he wanted to teach you. All the lies. Read.
Camps.
Read.
Teaches mixed doctrines with hate and deception.
This is another thing that and let me tell you something. They're not coming at some of these camps. You know, I know how they want them to be out there to draw in the dead, to keep them dead. They using camps.
That's right.
And some of these peoples are not probably our peoples that are dividing our peoples. But read.
Christianity.
Christianity is another thing of spiritual wickedness in high places. Read.
All the churches were created by man.
Read on.
To destroy the truth of the Messiah, false images.
You got, and then they give you all these false images, just like who doing it now? The camp's giving you false images. It tell us not to do this, and they do it and say we're not worshiping it. But read. Schools, read.
This includes colleges that teach people to obey.
It teaches you to be a good worker. Obey. Go to work when you told. Ask to take off when you told. Bow down to that job. A lot of people won't believe that, but read.
Libraries.
Libraries, read.
Hold nothing but lies. Truth is hidden.
The Lord don't gave us this. They burned, they was attacking libraries. Why you thinking they had World War I? They was getting them dark people from in power over there. That's what that was all about. Wasn't about no war. What did they go over there? Who did they go over there to liberate? Read. Televisions, read.
Molds the mind into believing lies.
See, the television is one of the most deadliest tools on the planet today.
That's right.
Because guess what? They got the churches on there. They got your movies. They got your actors, your entertainers, your commercials. They always, why do you see a commercial telling you about a drug, then it tells you if you take these drugs, you might get high blood pressure, you might die, your arm might fall off, you might lose an eye, and people still take it. I'm just telling y'all, man. Just like a pack of cigarettes would warn you it may cause cancer, and they still smoked it. Read.
Molds the mind into believing lies, images, color, and misdirection of truth.
This is all everything is set up for, man. This thing is simple. We just have to understand what we're dealing with. Read.
False history.
Read.
Change the images, destroy the real history to control the narrative.
Change the images, man. Why you got a Russian icon over there with dark-skinned people, but the new Russian icon got the so-called albinos in there? Why did you have the dark-skinned Jesus, then you got the light-skinned albino? Could nobody tell me when that image was painted and who it was painted by? And a lot of those pictures that y'all see are what photographers was going to take, and they just labeled it with somebody. Just like Harriet Tubman. That is not a picture of Harriet Tubman. Harriet Tubman wasn't really freeing no slaves. But we will believe a movie, man. We want something to hold on to. This is nothing but a line system here. Read.
Black leaders,
read.
Was set up by the elite to mislead the people.
Man, March, let me tell you something, man. I'd have dropped Martin Luther King, had my mama get hit in the head with a rock out there, man. People going to jail, he getting out. Same thing with Malcolm X. Where did he come from? The jail. But then ain't nobody know that Malcolm X used to be a roommate of Red Fox. How did that happen? Do you know it's a memoir about his homosexual lifestyle? Nobody knows nothing, man. All you know is what the system has taught you. Read. Entertainers, read.
Set up to distract the people, giving them emotion to live their lives by it. Followers.
They're followers, man. You ever see somebody, man, acting like a television clown? Yeah. Somebody want to be a stunt man or something. They give you things, man. They don't molded your brains to where it don't even want to function on its own. Read.
Music business.
Read on.
Set up to manipulate or control the minds to be filled with lust.
Man, what are all the songs about? What are all the music about?
Bring it out.
And you know where that stuff come from? Christianity.
Yeah.
That's where it come from. Christianity to what? Rock, R&B, rap. That's all the church music that you're listening to. Read. Sports, read.
Was set up to distract the people to make them buy into a circus.
Why do they be on Sundays and at these games spending their money? Don't care about their life. Read.
Government.
Read on.
Were set up to enslave the minds to believe in a man and not the Messiah.
This is why, man, President Trump gonna save us. We're gonna go run vote for him. Did he tell you what he was gonna do? No. He doing what he's been programmed to do. Read.
Porn,
read.
Was set up to break up families.
Read on.
And trap the minds into lust, creating predators.
This is what created the predators, man. Read.
Drugs,
read.
Was created to destroy the minds of the people and kill brain cells.
Now you know somebody that been smoking tweed, they can't even think for themselves now. And if they don't get that tweed, they would tear up a whole house. Read.
GMO food.
This food that they don't create it now. Read.
Was made to cut life short after you are no more used to the system.
It's gonna kill you faster the older you get and you continue eating it. Where did Alzheimer's come from? We never had this. Where did breast cancer, colon cancer, all these things coming from? Fluoride in your water. Read.
Money.
Read on.
Set up to make you a worshiper of it.
God and God we trust on every bill, ain't it? Why you thinking these dumb rappers have it all up in their ear and they the brokest ones on the planet?
Bring it out.
Read.
Hospitals and doctors.
Keep reading.
Are not your savior. They are set up to destroy.
What are they gonna feed you with? That pharmaceutical medicine, man. Chemotherapy. What did it do? It kills all your good cells. Read.
They took everything good and made it bad to control your thoughts, your body, and soul.
Man, y'all don't understand what we messing with here, man. This here it's a war, man. You at war for your own mind. You at war to fight, to get through. Some people ain't going to be able to make it through, man. Give me 2 Corinthians, man, 4 and 5. Some people ain't going to make it through, man, because system have too much of a hold on them. They believe in this lying system, man. And they'll use some of us, you know, just to attract some of us. Read out.
2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 5. For we preach not ourselves.
See, the thing that we're doing is not for ourselves. It's to edify the sheep. Read.
But Christ the Lord.
We're going to do everything through his spirit. Read.
And ourselves, your servants, for Christ's sake.
Ourselves, your servants. We work for y'all.
Thanks.
See, in the Christianity church and the Israelites, they still elevating the leader. We are working for y'all, man.
That's right.
But read.
For God, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness.
He commanded the light. He commanded us to walk in righteousness. He commanded us to be better peoples. Read.
Had shine in our hearts.
And don't made it shine in our mind to see the things that they've been lying to us about. Read.
To give the light of the knowledge of the glory of God in the face of Christ.
He's doing all things through his spirit, man. Raising up the sheets back again. Give me Matthew 5 and 13. We not understanding what we here to do. We here to help kill the poison. Some people don't care about people with that pokey pipe. Matter of fact, give me my channel now. And I just want to stroll and show you. I got TikTok. I'm out here, man. I'm this place here. I'm like that man with trying to kill that roach. And you'll see here some of the things, man. You'll see, keep going. You'll see right here, they'll tell you. They didn't call themselves blacks before the 1960s. This stuff is all out. These things are not happening, man. Scroll down some more. You'll see some truth in there. You'll see the images. You're going to see the information. You're going to see documentation. You're not going to just see me just putting something out here to toot my horn. I'm out here trying to raise up the nation, man. It ain't about me. It's about the peoples.
That's right.
Read this out.
St. Matthew chapter 5 and verse 13. Ye are the salt of the earth.
We are the salt of the earth, man. We are the salt of the earth. Read.
But if the salt have lost his savior,
You understand it and lost its savior. Read.
wherewith shall it be salted?
What is good for? But read.
It is thenceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden under foot of men.
When people don't understand walking in the spirit of with the Lord, man, this is what the things that's going to happen. People are going to destroy you, take advantage of you. But read.
Ye are the light of the world.
We are the light of the world, man. We are the ones with the wisdom and knowledge to instruct the peoples, man, to come out of this Babylonian system. Read.
A city that is set on an hill cannot be hid.
Keep reading.
Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel.
We always talk about this. We're in the truth, but we don't want to do nothing. That's putting your stuff under a bushel, man. We don't want to make this truth known, man. This is our job. The more we all step up, the quicker this thing in. But the less everybody want to sit back, man, some people might be just in pain. See, when I came in here, man. I come in just like I did when I was living. I come in the weight room to hit the weights, man. I don't care what nobody doing. I'm going to be back in there when nobody's in there. I'm going to be the first one there and the last one there, man. That's just how we should be doing. That's what we need to be standing on. We can't be standing on the ones that don't want to do nothing. Read.
But on a candlestick.
Put it on a candlestick. When you do all that work, your light gonna shine no matter what you're doing. But read.
And it giveth light unto all that are in the house.
It'll give light that is all that is trying to seek the Messiah. Read.
Let your light so shine before men.
It say let your light, man. You can't be like the world. You can't be like the peoples in the world. No matter how much let me tell you something. When they trying to get under your skin and they see that they can't, it bothers them.
Sure it does.
It bothers them. It bothers them, man. That they don't understand the Messiah. But read.
That they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven.
When you doing what you're doing in this truth, this is what the inactions is. Because men can't recompense you, man. The Messiah.
That's right.
This is all we got. 2 Corinthians 4:9. You know, a child mind is so easily to be taken. You can have a child in the truth and you let them slip out there to their world, they gone. They want McDonald's. They want birthdays. They want Halloween. They want Christmas. They want candy. Understand these things. Understand these basic principles, man. If you allow yourself to slip back out there, you're done. It's hard to come from out of there, man. You'll slip down that rabbit hole. Go on, read this out.
2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 7. But we have this treasure in earthly vessels.
We have this information, this knowledge and wisdom in these bodies, in these earthly vessels. Read.
That the excellency of the power may be of God.
Everything we do, man, represents the Messiah. Read.
And not of us.
It ain't about us. Read.
We are troubled on every side.
Man, listen, man, everywhere you go, it's always something, man. You be just hearing somebody over there. I was just riding in the car this morning, somebody over there going off. I'm like, who is he talking to? You just see people's going nuts now, man. You see people out here fighting and fussing over doctors. I'm not finna be debating nobody, but read.
Yet not distressed.
We're not distressed, man, because we blessed, man. We know we got the promise. Read.
We are perplexed.
We are perplexed. Read.
But not in despair.
We're not in despair, man. Read.
Persecuted.
Persecuted. Read.
But not forsaken.
Not forsaken, man. Read.
Cast down.
Cast down. Read.
But not destroyed.
The system can't destroy you when you put on the whole armor of the Messiah, man.
Right.
It can't do nothing to you. No matter how much it tries. We should be fighting and being one and sticking together, but we won't, man. But you know, in due time, the Lord will separate you.
That's right.
You know, it's just a truly blessing to walk with brothers in this truth that fight, man. Because it's a fight. Because everything you're doing now is new, man. It's a war. It's a war in your head, be a war in your family, be a war at your house, it be wars. But you got to overcome those wars, man, to bring peace. And once you bring peace into that, everything outside, it won't bother you. It starts within. It starts within. It's a war.
That's right.
And we have to be standing up, man. We don't have men in our communities that stand up. We don't have these things. It starts with us. That's why the Bible is written in a manly form. Christ is really want us to stand up.
That's right.
To be the backbone of our nation. But it's hard to find these things, man. Because what people have is excuses.
Bring it out.
And we here to fight, man. Come fight with us. Get off your couch. Stop being lazy. You know, today is the Sabbath is a special day.
That's right.
You know, all week long we go through, man, of being persecuted, man. We've been out there distressed, man, perplexed, despaired. But we come here, none of that's here.
That's right. That's right.
Continue fighting, Lord will, you'll be here with us. Shalom.
Shalom.